This has been our ranking for Jimmy Eat World. I'd like to apologize if you made it this far and you're a Jimmy Eat World fan.
Me too.
Me three.
I apologize that you're a Jimmy Meat World fan.
Okay,
Meat
now, Joe, now you're making it personal.
There it is.
Send all
There
your
it
hate
is,
mail to
right
Tim.
there.
Yep, that's it. Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography, where old friends and fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and discuss a musical artist. Today we are ranking 9 studio albums by Jimmy Eat World. Jimmy doesn't eat worlds. You know who's the eater of worlds? That's right.
Bray Wyatt.
The dancing clown is the eater of worlds. Stephen King, let us know in the comments below who would win in a fight, Pennywise or Jimmy. If you like this content, do us a solid, give us a thumbs up, or better yet, subscribe. We have Mr. Bungle, Bikini Kill, and the Foo Fighters coming up. So with that, with me today, he just likes to watch the fireworks, Tim.
Howdy.
And he bleeds American, Colquitt.
Oh, come on. Of all the song titles, of all of them.
His action needs an audience, Joe.
That is true.
And he's going on a night drive. That's Jason.
All right. So, I'm going to give a Facebook shout out to Chad Jones, the biggest and maybe the only Dave Matthews Band fan that I know.
Okay.
And a Discord shout out to Hannah, who usually wins the rest of the night on Fortnite. And she's a fan of Jimmy Eat World. So, with
We
that,
still don't know what's right.
This was a Colquitt pick. So why don't you?
Yeah, it is hilarious. I agree. No, like I
live in front of a studio audience.
I love 3 of these records very much, and then everything after that I never listened to. So this is my first time hearing the entire last half of their catalog, and you know what? Not so positive on most of it. So yeah, but I do love 3 of these records very much.
All right. Well, my relationship with Jimmy Eat World was I played a lot of Rock Band back in the day, and The Middle was on there, and I was like, oh, this is kind of catchy, you know, kind of pop punk vibes going. I've heard the name. I checked out. I got Bleed American. And that's the extent of my knowledge. I never dove backwards, never went forwards until this week. So it's all pretty much new to me, minus one album. What about you, Tim?
Yeah, there was one song that got played to death 20 years ago that I couldn't avoid. And it's catchy enough, you know, because they drop the 1 and come in on the 2. That's as simple as it is.
Yeah.
Well, what more do you need?
Yeah, I've kind of been running from that song for 20 years since. And then
I love that all of my picks just ruin Tim's day in a way. I love it.
Tim, it just takes some time.
I know. Well, and it turns out I knew a second song, so I'm ahead of you apparently. But
it's probably the same record though.
Yeah. The Sweetness was also a single.
Yes.
And I had forgotten about that one because that one didn't get played to death.
No, it didn't.
But yeah, otherwise a completely new discography for me. And yet I'm not sure it was.
And Joe's got a little extra time this time of year, and he decided he wanted to come back and do some reviews with us, and he got stuck doing Jimmy Eat World this week. So what's your relationship with Jimmy Eat World?
So it was pretty much the same as everyone else's. You know, they had a hit song that was played on the radio a whole lot. But I actually knew like 3 of their songs, as it turned out, maybe 4, all off the same album.
There's that album that has a lot of singles that were very popular with the rock kids for that year.
I didn't realize Jimmy Eat World had 9 albums. You know, I was going to put them in the 3 or 4 category and be like, yeah, that's probably what they got. And we said 9, and I was like, where when did they put these out? Because
it's been 22 years since that record you're talking about.
Yeah. After that record, nobody ever heard of them again, and they just kept making years.
Bleed American's classic rock now.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jesus, we're classic rock, guys.
We're oldies.
Yeah, we're on the AM radio these days.
All right, so let's do our color coding here. Do not recommend red, yellow, green, must hears. Colquitt, this was your pick, so give us your colors first.
Let's see. 1 through 3 are green. 4 through 6, 7 are yellow, and the last one. Wait, the last one's red. The rest are yellow. How about that? That's better.
All right, Tim.
Ooh, I'm a little further down on the color spectrum. I'm gonna go number 1 is yellow.
Wow, you went there. I like it.
Number 2 is kind of an orange. So let's go yellow to be nice.
Okay.
And then the rest are red.
This might be more brutal than Tool.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this other shot now.
There you go. You might as well.
All right, my 1 and 2 are green. My 3 is yellow.
Really? Wow. I feel like an asshole. I'm sorry, guys.
My number 1 is green.
Okay, so we got a green consensus for number 1, almost.
No, we don't. We don't.
My number 2 is a very generous yellow.
Holy crap! Why are we covering this band?
And everything else is red.
Guys, I can go to bed. We can just stop. This is bad.
This is gonna be a fun episode.
It's a short episode. What the fuck are you talking about?
All right.
This is going to be me being positive about things I didn't care that much for. Hating. And then us having like a general, okay.
I mean, is this some? We're not trying to kink shame or anything. If this is something you wanted to walk into.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be this bad, guys.
Okay.
Hey, I've got 2 greens.
Yeah. That was nicer than I thought.
Dude, it's not the greens. It's the red, friend.
Where's Moses?
Like literally, guys, this is the most red on this ledger of this show that has ever occurred.
Yeah.
I feel like this is hateful Wheel of Fortune.
This is brutal, y'all.
Well, let's just get right into it.
You know, that one song is really catchy.
I'm kind of surprised at the lack of a appreciation of top 40 songcraft.
Is that what this is? Is that what this is going?
It's a lot of chasing that, and they don't actually get there a lot, which I agree with. But yeah, all right, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, guys. Jesus.
Because I have some questions.
You've got questions? Colquitt's got answers.
I can only explain up until about 2003. After that, I can explain.
Well, I mean, same for us all, but
all right, Static Prevails. We're not counting the Jimmy Eat World record.
Was that any good? Did anybody ever listen to that one?
It's not.
You know, nothing propelled me to go dig deeper.
Hey, I dug deeper by accident because Spotify autoplayed through a deluxe, and there was a song.
I did check out some deluxes. Yeah,
I was like, "This is a really good song." I started taking notes, and then I was like, "Wait a minute!" And I looked at my sheet. I'm like, "Oh, it's
the same thing happened to me." All right, there was one of them. I was like, "Oh, these last couple songs are pretty good."
They had good B-sides.
They don't count.
Yes.
All right, so I guess I'll start.
Me too.
We're doing, if it's in your top 3, it's hidden. So just let Joe know.
What's that mean?
If it's in your top 3, you just say you're not talking about it yet. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
All right, the vocals were awful on Thinking That's All. I liked the opening riff on Rockstar, but then it turned into a Goo Goo Doll song. Claire was decent, had good lyrics, reminding me of Hum. Honestly, this whole record just doesn't have its own identity. It all just sounds like bad mid 90s radio rock that came out 2 years before this one. Caveman is boring. I guess Robot Factory was pretty rocking, but man, this album was kind of bad.
I mean, look, I radio rock. I don't remember '96 having this much kind of 120 minutes era emo kind of thing going on, but
Mid
maybe
90s radio rock that came out 2 years before.
even then, like I don't know.
I do remember '96 having a lot of this actually, and yeah, I thought number one, the Thinking That's All. I thought that would have been a really nice mid-tier Foo Fighters song. And
Yeah,
then by the
song
time you
was
get to number
okay.
3, Claire, that's a really good hey, we've heard the Blue album. We've even checked out Pinkerton. Check it out. We're Weezer. And then the rest of this was very man, it's brought up so many bands. Soul Asylum, Matchbox 20. It's very mid-90s Oasis. Very predictable songwriting. Verse, chorus, verse, chorus, 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 chorus.
Yeah, and I've got off this album, I have 4 songs that I thought were okay. I was like, all right, this is an okay song. I like Call It in the Air. I like the title of Call It in the Air. I thought it was better than the previous 3 above it. I liked Caveman. Well, let me put it this way. For it to be an okay song, I thought it was the best song on the album. I thought Rockstar was probably the worst. And I do have a line that says, this kind of reminds me of the beginning of an old Goo Goo Dolls song. And then I was like, that's the best thing about this. It reminded me of another band.
I liked Claire because at one point it kind of sounded like Hum, and the lyrics were really good.
Yeah,
and Hum was
Hum.
pretty
That's
damn
a good band. They were one of the better ones, but they're on the same spectrum.
Well, I would say Hum is actually one of those bands that really deserves way more credit than Jimmy.
I agree. Yeah, Hum's pretty good.
Right, but they're in the same ballpark. That's what this is going for.
All right, I mean, to me, this sounds like Drives Like Jehu, and a lot of the early,
which came out after this.
No,
right?
Drives Like Jehu was a band from '90 to '95. It was actually before this record came out. It was another band.
Okay,
but they were
okay. I might have just found them late then. That might be just
they were kind of on the proto element of the pop punk and emo kind of thing. They were more jangly than that, though. I don't know. They were a really good band, but they were kind of like the proto '90s emo band. And then Jimmy Eat World, I always got them confused with Drives Like Jehu just because of emo band titles. They all sound the same after a while. But yeah,
where does Sunny Day Real Estate fit into all of that?
Yeah, Sunny Day Real Estate does fit into that, a lot of it. Yeah, for sure. Like they were definitely proto emo for the '90s emo, the second wave emo. I don't know, man. I think emo is a bullshit.
And where does Our Lady Peace fit into that?
Well, Our Lady Peace is more alt rock, but they're Canadian, so they've got their own vibe going on.
Okay, so and where does Matchbox 20 fit into that?
Matchbox 20 was after this.
Actually, I would say if there was anything more comparable to what Jimmy Eat World was going for, it would be Matchbox 20.
I thought Matchbox 20 was like 99. No, that was that Rob Thomas song, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that was Smooth.
That was the Santana song.
Yeah.
But they had already had a few hits. They'd been around a while.
Matchbox 20 was more like Oasis than Jimmy Eat World, I think. But I don't. That was.
I'd give them a little more rock than I would Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah, and I think Matchbox 20 is.
So hold on. Before you finish that thought, I just need to clarify what I just heard. Are we giving Matchbox 20 more rock than Jimmy Eat World?
No,
Yes.
not at all. No,
Oh,
no.
100%.
I'm saying what I'm saying is
I got 100% down here.
I don't know enough
I would say-
Matchbox
I would
20
say-
to make that call.
I would say the story of the band from Static Prevails to Bleed American is its own thing. But then at Bleed American, they had a success with a top 40 pop rock, power pop kind of format.
That one song that we all know what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, the middle was a big hit. Yeah. And then
They dropped the one in the
Don't
chorus.
spoil it, Colquitt.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck? What?
I missed it too. I don't know.
I caught it. That's a good one.
Repeat, Joe.
I said don't spoil it.
Oh no, I have to spoil it because this record sounds like any of the other records. So it kind of have to spoil it a little bit because once they tasted success, they kept chasing it and they just kind of got more formulaic for a bit.
Well, but they were kind of chasing it and then they caught it.
And then they caught it, but then they tried to continue chasing it because
right.
I don't agree. We'll get to those later.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah,
I thought this
sounds like
it had a lot of Helmet influence. I felt for 96. That first Foo Fighters album is all over this thing, as is the Blue album.
No, I think, and actually the Pinkerton reference you made earlier comes later. There is a song that literally sounds like Butterfly.
Yes, 100%.
Sure. But you can hear that they've heard that they're listening to it when they're doing this.
Yeah. No, well, and that's the thing, man. I feel like this band was more going for Gin Blossoms than Goo Goo Dolls, though.
Okay.
But only
where do
because
the Gin Blossoms fit into all of this?
Because they're both from Arizona. They're both from the same state, man.
I'll
so they had
the Gin Blossom, dude. I like the Gin Blossom.
I like the Gin Blossoms too. I love them a lot. But I also feel like that's what this band was going for. They were going for a top 40 big rock thing, and they just.
And where's Seven Mary 3 gonna fit into all of this?
And the fucking shitter, like their album American Standard that it's named after. Yeah, that's right.
And I can't forget the Hoobastank. Where does Hoobastank fit into all of this?
And y'all are gonna love this, Jason and Joe. Hoobastank belongs right next to Yellow Card.
Well, I mean, it can be adjacent. I'm not
gonna die on the Yellow Card.
Sorry, I gotta throw down some shit because I'm getting shit on. Okay, I've got an excess of shit.
Hey, Dad, that's Tim. Me and Joe just chilling.
To tell you, actually, I can't argue with you on the. When the band's name Hoobastank, I'm generally not going to listen to it.
Oh, that's just terrible, man. I agree.
All right.
And nor should you.
I'm not defending these shitty bands. And in fact, I'm not even defending Jimmy Eat World at this fucking point because I was disappointed with a lot of it too. But I feel like I have to because I'm the one who picked this band. So I have to.
No, that's fine. Like, it's cool to pick random bands. That's fine.
I like a lot of these records very much. 3 of these records very much. And they mean
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, let's see.
My interest is peaked.
This is not one of them. All right. So I heard Clarity. I was reading a Heart Attack zine, which was like the hardcore and emo zine that was really popular at the time. And they had a review of Clarity, and I love Clarity very much. And then I went back and heard Static Prevails, and I did not like it very much. But in comparison to some of the later albums that come after these, it's not as bad. I don't think, personally. I would rank it at number 4. No, 5. Number 5, actually. Yeah.
All right, Tim.
You know, I'm not going to talk about it because it's in my top 3.
And I love the fact that one of your top 3 is Red.
Yes.
I wonder which one. I'm just curious which one is the third best, still not worth listening to, and trash. I love that.
It's my number 6.
It's my number 7.
All right.
At least we all agree there's something worse.
Yes.
There's something worse. There's a lot worse.
And you know what? I know, Jason, just because I love this record so much, that this is in your probably like bottom 2 or 3, probably maybe.
No, I went back and listened to it a second time
Okay,
after you were
okay.
talking good about it. It didn't help any, but
Well, to be fair, I can't talk about this record, so you guys have your fun. I will
right.
just sit here.
Tim, can you talk about it?
Oh yeah.
Joe, can you talk about it?
Yes.
Okay, y'all talk about it. I'll go. I went first last time.
Tim, you want to
Well,
start?
yeah, sure. Can I see the big board again?
Watch out! Make sure
Okay.
no bull comes through the screen here, waving that red.
Yeah, okay. So it starts off pretty like pop punky. Um but yeah, again, more just kind of radio friendly.
Why is
Uh
your screen?
Yeah, are you
like
going
There
oh
you go.
sorry, my
anonymous?
notes got in the way. Sorry. Trying to like find my notes for it real quick. Just because I want to know the song title. Anyway, just watched the fireworks. You guys remember Local H?
I remember the name.
No.
I fucking hate you, Tim. Jesus fucking.
And then the last note I have is the title track is Trash. There was and that's kind of where and then it closed after that with Goodbye Sky Harbor, I heard. Yeah. That was one of the most boring things I've ever heard stuck in an elevator in my life. Not a fan. Like, and surprisingly, it was, that I felt like they were trying to build something on the first album where, like, okay, we're still maybe sounding like our influences that are all very current. But it's our first album, so maybe we can still like show that a little bit. But this kind of went like wholeheartedly in that direction. Like A Sunday was really really bad, just very generic. Yeah, elevator music. This is elevator rock. Is that a genre? Is elevator rock a genre, and who are the big four of it? Is what I want to know.
Who's the big four of elevator rock? What?
I'd love to see that list. I'm with
Yeah,
you on
the
the Sunday.
21st century
I think
yacht
it's
rock.
the worst song. Crush was probably to me the best song off the album. I enjoy that. I really feel like this band, when they get faster, they get better. When the music gets faster and they start singing a little harder, it's actually a decent band.
It gets a
got some
little
things
better.
going.
Yeah, it gets a
Now,
little
I'm not
better.
saying they're amazing, but anytime they slow down, it's like you're really paying attention to what he's saying, and that's not the strength here. So that's where my issue comes. Like if we'd say it faster, I think we'd do a little better. It sounds a
Well,
little
and
better.
I kind of alluded to it earlier. I think that when they're playing faster, you get a really nice mid-tier Foo Fighters song.
All right. God, I'm gonna have to edit my notes here to make it not as bad.
I'm so
Just the
sorry.
Fireworks is pretty
I'm
good.
so sorry.
I've already.
For me, This Is Heaven. I like that one.
I'm just.
So yeah, better than their first album. They have progressed. This album is much better than Static for me.
Oh yeah, it's better than Static.
Yeah. And as I went through as we go through everything, this one actually started climbing my ranks a little more.
The same. Yeah, by default.
Yes.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna say it, but
I cannot wait to hear what your best records are. What the fuck?
Believe in What You Want is starting to sound like Jimmy Eat World. That one was decent. I hated Sunday, but Crush was fun. There was a slog of 4 songs from 12 to Heaven that just didn't do anything to me. Blister had some energy. I liked Blister. I did like the line, and how long would it take me to walk across the United States all alone?
Yes.
Clarity at least sounded like a good mid 90s rock. Love the bass and drums in it. The closer stunk though. I'm putting this one above Static because this one did pick up a bit towards the back half. Still, this could have been any Collective Soul, Goo Goo Dolls, Soul Asylum record from that same period. Like that's my notes.
I would like to read my. I had the same thing with Blister. I thought that there was a good theme there with those lines. It didn't quite get fleshed out about how long it would take me to walk across the U.S. But on Goodbye Sky Harbor, these are my notes. Oh God, the musical pause in the middle is uncalled for. Let the album in. Put us out of our misery.
It's my number 5.
It's also my number 5.
Y'all are gonna hate me when we get to top songs.
It's my number 4.
Oh snap!
Well, I guess I'm assuming none of us will talk about Bleed American, at least.
No.
Can't talk about Bleed American.
Can't talk about Bleed American.
Tim?
Correct.
All right. Okay. Great.
All right. Futures.
I can't talk about Futures either.
I can't talk about Futures.
I can talk about it.
My heart went a little flutter, Joe. Thank you.
Tim, can you talk about
Well, just to do it, I'm going to say no, I can't.
Yeah. Fine then, you bastards. All right, Futures. I like the beat, the music for Futures, but I do not like the falsetto background vocals. The background guitars are awesome, though. This was a good one. The woo-woo-woos at the beginning of Just Tonight was dumb, but this song was pretty rocking. Guitar solo was nice. Work was okay. Liz Fair's awesome. Kill was kind of poppy. I dug it. Next 2 were meh. Drugs or Me was putting me to sleep. Polaris was fine, I guess. Nothing wrong. Finally, they picked up. This album was starting to turn into another Clarity for a minute. Nothing Wrong is good. Night Drive was pretty. 23 is by far the best closure so far. It was long, but it just kept building and building little by little and done really well.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite song on the record. Or Work. Work was really good too.
Right on.
It is my number 4.
Okay. Cool.
It is Yellow.
Yeah.
That's 3 right there.
Oh, sorry.
I know what Tim's number 3 is now, though. Maybe not.
So, moving on.
You got to wait.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just, yeah, I can talk about this one. How about you guys? I'm sure you can.
What are we doing? Chasing the Light? I cannot talk about
Oh
Chasing
my God, Jason, what the fuck? How are we so different? How do you?
I don't know. We are like opposites.
I love you to death, dude, but what the fuck?
We are. I'll say the sky's green. You'll say it's red. Like,
no, I'll say it's. I'll if you say the sky's green, I'll just be like, well, yeah, you're colorblind.
So who can talk about Chasing?
I mean,
I could place it, but I won't talk about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, at this point, they're all.
You're the only one who can talk.
All right, well, like this, I don't like this record very much at all. So I will shit on this record for a moment. I thought Big Casino was a nice opener, but it was just kind of lackluster. It feels like they're starting to have a pattern of a song that they want to repeat over and over again in hopes it gets a big hit for them, And this felt like a blend of like Sweetness and Bleed American, and maybe it's just a little blend of both of those. It's got and maybe Futures, even from Futures. It's got like the same aggressive kind of rock verse, but then it just kind of has a chorus that's very melodic, and that's the end of it. And there's diminishing returns with this band for me, because this is where the diminishing returns begin on this record. Like they just kind of start being a little bit formulaic, like Tim said earlier, but in a bad way. Because I mean, like, dude, there's nothing wrong with formula. there's an element of songcraft which is good. It's okay to have verse bridge, or no, verse chorus, bridge, chorus, out. We're done. It's fine.
But not every song for 9 albums.
And they don't do that every song for 9 albums. They do have a lot of choruses are very important to this band. That is their bread and butter. If they don't have a good chorus, the song is going to suck. And sometimes the verse is good, but the chorus sucks and it fucks it all up. That's the game you play when you go top 40 radio format, which is what this band does. And this one they didn't care. It wasn't good.
That's a good genre. Top 40 radio format.
Look, man, I'm an 80s kid. I grew up listening to Casey Kasem and fucking whatever the fuck that dude's name is who had the voice. We listen to Top 40 radio the Top 40 countdown every Sunday on the radio.
I know what the Top 40 is, but I also know the formula. And so I know like you got to know the rules to break the rules, right?
Yeah, I sure. Whatever. I just still respect that as a thing that exists. And if you can do it in a way that appeals to me, I appreciate that. That's the end of my really argument for it. Because you're right, it is better to break the rules. But sometimes who the fuck cares? You know? Like some people aren't good. Some people don't have some people don't have that rebel soul necessarily. And they're just like they're gonna listen to shit. And if it's a decent version of shit, it's okay, you know? And did my internet go out? What happened?
No, that was our.
No, we got the ding. It's the speed around.
All right. Well, I'll be quick. Big Casino, nice opener. Boring though. Let It Happen has a big chorus, which is nice. This record is kind of like Taylor Swift pre-Taylor Swift, which kind of goes back to her old
Top 40 radio genre.
Like Always Be. That's a very kind of like Taylor Swift singing that song. You wouldn't know the fucking difference. Carry You is Bad U2. There's a lot of bad U2 with this band, and I will.
U2 is a name that comes up as we progress from this point.
I'm sure it fucking will, because I agree. I don't know, man. All right, so since this is the second record recorded right before an election, Futures had a song where they're talking about Futures. Actually, the song itself, they hope for better in November, but they didn't get it because Bush got reelected. This was recorded right and released right before Obama got elected in 2008. So that song, Electable, sounds like a very positive, pro kind of political kind of song, which is weird, you know, but it's a thing, and good for them for making it, because Obama was all right. I mean, drone strikes and all, and not great. Gotta Be Somebody's Blues is like the requisite sad song on the record. And this record is generally kind of got a positive vibe, so it's weird to me that they would even put that on there. Feeling Lucky and Here It Goes suck. They don't work. Chase This Light is too much posy in a way. Like I don't mind some positive vibes and some good times, but that was just too much over the top. Firefight is 3 other Jimmy Eat World songs, but that's okay. But I already heard them, and they were better before I heard that one. Dizzy is and that's very Goo Goo Dolls. Yeah, it's a very Goo Goo Dolls record, and I wrote that in my notes. Which makes me wonder why it's in the top 3 of somebody. I did think Distraction was kind of fun though. But yeah,
I'll give you a hint. My first notes for this is, oh shit, already loving this one. Big Casino was great. So that's us just like.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you. I just feel like they'd done that song already. Like a lot of these songs they'd already done.
That's their whole discography.
I know.
All right, so
that was the first one.
Where did you place it?
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that. What about you guys? Anybody else? Or we
don't talk about it? Yeah, we can't talk about it.
Fuck.
Well, okay. Do I start from the left or the right?
Just pick one, man. So give me some time though.
Start here if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we're good.
Yeah. Number 6.
It's okay.
Number 6.
Sure.
It's my number 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still Yellow though.
All right. I guess we're gonna...
I mean, if you like top 40 radio, check this fucking record out. Like, I mean, that's the reason why 4 through 8 are Yellow, is because I don't think they're particularly great. But if you like that kind of pop rock aesthetic, then you would like these records probably.
Well, see, and even then,
true,
I don't
yeah.
think it's very good for that kind of aesthetic.
And that is your opinion. And I agree.
And that's it. But like, where does Finger 11 fit into all of this?
Oh my God. With that, we're cutting to a commercial break.
Tim, I see what you're doing. You're just naming shitty bands and comparing those. There is no fucking comparison between that and this band. You just don't like them, and that's fine. I get it.
No, but there is a comparison. I can't tell them apart. I need this clarified.
Then why are you asking the question for us to validate your question? Because you could answer it yourself. Go ahead. What is your explanation? How are they tied together?
Wasn't Finger 11 like a rock band?
I don't remember what Finger 11's. I remember the name, but what did they sing?
Nobody knows because they suck. At least this band had top 40 hits. I don't know who the
So did
fuck
Finger 11. How do you think I know about them?
I don't know because name the fucking song. Name the fucking song.
I can't fucking name the song. It was some bullshit ballad that was, the 12th in a line that was just trying to maintain the success of Extreme Mad.
Tim.
And Saigon Kick and fucking
Saigon Kick was the shit.
But they had the one hit that was the Extreme hit where it was just an acoustic bullshit ballad.
Yeah, Ugly Kid Joe.
Look, man. Look, Tim. A good acoustic ballad is not a bad thing. Sometimes
I'm not saying it is. But what is when you keep writing that same ballad over and over and over again. Then you're in Desmond Child territory. Now you're living on a prayer, giving some people some bad medicine because you don't want to close your eyes and miss a thing.
Come on, man. Bon Jovi's better than this. Don't be hating.
All right. Well, we're gonna
cut to
it. No, but that's not a bad thing sometimes.
We're gonna cut to a
but
commercial.
It's never a good thing.
You guys stick around. You don't want to miss a thing.
Quit and laugh.
On an all-new Dawson's Creek, a weekend away stirs memories from the past.
You're seeing something dark and complex here. I've seen two people who don't know what the hell they want, and I'm sick of it.
When we were dating, what was it that you were scared of?
Everything and everybody that I touch, I screw up.
Decisions will be made laying new paths for the future. An all-new Dawson's Creek.
Welcome back from that commercial. Be sure to check out that show on that channel.
Or that thing.
Whatever we're talking about, we don't know.
We don't know. All right, so now we're going to move.
Can't do it right.
Let me apologize first for losing my cool. It happens sometimes, I get a little emotional, a little heated, and I mean, it's like slamming. It's like closing your tent, like when you're angry in a fight and you're camping. Mitch Hedberg joke that I'm drunk already.
And it really, whenever you have a Jimmy Eat World tattoo on your back, you generally get heated about these things.
I do not have a Jimmy Eat World or any Jimmy Eat World tattooery whatsoever. Just so you know, I'm not a super fan. I'm just hurt.
Let us know in the comments below. Stick up, help Colquitt, defend Jimmy Eat World,
or design a tattoo.
Honestly, you're gonna have to do it for me at this point because I can't do it with this gang of three. The numbers game.
If you put a cool enough tattoo design up in the comments, Colquitt might get it.
No,
we got comments here. We got a Facebook chat. We got a Discord. Let us know.
Let us
know.
Send us your hate mail.
Joe, I've already got a Doctor Who half sleeve. I already regret someone.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
I didn't know you had a Doctor Who half sleeve. That's I've watched about a season of that.
You're missing out because Doctor Who's the shit. Anyway, let's get back to Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy World, whatever. Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
All right, Invented. I can't talk about it.
What the fuck?
I can talk about it.
I can talk about it.
God damn it, Jason. Like I feel like we're constructing this as we do it. You know what I mean? Like
this is all we do not know each other's picks.
Oh my God.
True. It's true. I'll start off for funsies.
Yeah, guys, go ahead.
I like the song "Heart Is Hard to Find." I think that is a pretty good song off of this album. Not a great song, not even a good song, but pretty good. It's a pretty good song on there. After that, we kind of get down to a lot of not goods. Not good, not good, not good for about 4 or 5 of them. And then Coffee and Cigarettes. I do like the Otis Redding shout out. I like that. And the Coffee and Cigarettes kind of reminds me of our Waffle Rat years in Daphne. So that song's okay. And then we don't really have anything else that I am excited about as we go through. Pretty much everything else to me does not sound very good. I think I got one okay for a little thing, and then everything else is it's not a good song.
Let me ask you this: have you ever seen David Bowie's The Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll come back later.
I've seen The Package, which is what that movie's really called. And I have touched my phone and made it do something. Okay.
Is that a movie-like reference? I don't even understand. That's so strange.
Nope. I'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, that's my. I'm trying to be as nice as I can there because this is not a good album.
Yeah, and you know what? I agree with you. I would argue that Heart is Hard to Find is not good. It's a good opener, but it sounds like exactly like 2010 when this came out, like 100%. That's what it sounds like. I'm dying. I mean, like, I think it got to Higher Devotion was like the first thing I heard that was like, oh, cool. They're trying to go full on Roxette. That's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know.
And where does Roxette fit into all of this?
Oh, on this song. Because they tried to
see, and I mentioned another band when we get there, but I'll wait my turn.
That's fine. Movie like sucks. Coffee and Cigarettes makes me physically ill. That chorus is so bad.
Oh.
It's lyrically just so boring. It's so bad. It's bad, Joe. I'm sorry, but it's bad. And I'm sorry, Jason.
I mean, it's okay. I'm not saying it's a good song by any means.
Yeah.
I just like a couple of the shout outs, and Coffee and Cigarettes reminds me of Waffle House days.
Yeah, that's fair. Reminds me of Jim Jarmusch or Marchouche. I don't know. He made a movie called Coffee and Cigarettes with Wu-Tang Clan and Bill Murray hanging out.
Yeah, way better.
The best one was Tom Waits and Iggy Pop.
That was a good one. Yes.
Yeah.
Little Thing is Bad. It's a bad song. Cut is a bad song. Action Needs an Audience is a different band, and what that's literally my note. And what Invented is pretty cool. It's almost a great brand new song. I think it's good. Maybe I'm grasping straws at this point, but no, that song is actually pretty decent. It's all right. I wish I could say the same about Mixtape. I fucking hate this record. I think it is their worst fucking thing.
All right, Tim, what about you? I mean, I'm not gonna die on the hill on this record, trust
me. Well, and I'd like you to take everything you've just heard into consideration and know that I wholeheartedly agree. My notes are mention a couple different bands. They include Def Leppard, Coheed and Cambria, and The Killers.
I like 2 of those.
Yeah, Killers got some decent stuff here and there.
I like Coheed. They're great. This doesn't sound anything like them.
Yeah, Coheed's
amazing. Nobody trying to pretend. Now, I'll take it back. About 3 or 4 of their
albums. Do the White Stripes fit into all of this?
They fit in pretty well.
And then the last note I took on this discography. The last note I took on this discography was for Coffee and Cigarettes, where I wrote best one in a couple of albums.
Oh, there you go. Jesus. He's leaving.
Oh, that sounds like it tastes like music.
Bang, bang.
It tasted like Evan Williams is what it tasted. Speaking of, I guess I need to refill my shit.
So I'm guessing this is your red one, right?
Yeah, it's my red one.
We're so completely opposite.
Yeah.
You could throw that down at my bottom at number 9 also.
Thank you, Joe.
Tim, what about you?
I'm going to put it right in the middle at number 5.
Okay.
That's a good mid album. All right, Damage.
All right, I'll go ahead and get what little positives we got out of the way. I appreciation is so refreshing after the last record because I'm appreciating it. The chorus sucks and it ruins the song, but the verse is pretty good. If it had a bit more intensity, it'd be fine. Lean is close, Damage is blah. I liked Book of Love. I thought it was really cute. Reminds me of Live Journal in 2003 or something. It's just cute. I like cute. I dig cute. It's a good song. I Will Steal You Back is pretty awesome. It's not great, but after the last 2 records, I'm really enjoying it a lot. This is a solid ass rocker with a good chorus that'll get stuck in your head. It's nice, just good stuff. Please Say No with No. It could be any modern country song in the verse. Like it's just, and there's no such thing as a good modern.
And where does Miranda Lambert fit into all of this?
I'd say more of the Martha tapes.
Okay. And what about Mumford and Sons?
No, this is
guitar. I can hear some Mumford and Sons in a guitar there.
Yeah, no. In fact, no, never. To be fair, I can't. There's like a Belinda Carlisle or maybe a Go-Go song that like that vocal line just reminds me of, and I don't mind that. I like that. I like the little riff. It ain't bad. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? You know, we'll make heaven a place on earth. Bye Bye Love is a Goo Goo Dolls song. There you go. You were good. I wanted to hate this song, but I really kind of love it. I think it's actually a decent closer. It's not too overdone. Just a simple little song with some cool droning stuff going on in the background. Just nice little heartfelt closer. I thought that was it's not a bad record, not great record. It's a record.
All right.
Let the hate begin.
Good opening track. The guitar solo was welcome. I really like the melody on the title track. The transition to I Just Breathe You Each Day segment, like that melody was really cool. I didn't get to talk about it out of order, but in Bleed American, I talk about like that's one of the things I like about this band is the dude can write a melody. Like,
yeah.
And that was singular, correct?
Yeah. Hey, Mel.
Lean was okay, just kind of exists. Same with Book. Same with Steal You Back. It's just one mid-tempo song after another. Nothing really pops. There's no big oh shit moments. It just kind of moves along at a slow pace and nothing happens. Finally, How You Have Me does something. It's not much, but it does something at least. No Never was dumb. Bye Bye Love was not the Everly Brothers. That may have saved this album if it had been.
May have saved it.
You were good was not good was not good was not good. That was the problem with this album. Almost every song sounded like a bad closing track.
All right.
So Damage, that came out in 2013, has one significant thing over Invented, and it's the sound of the guitar throughout the album to me. I like how the guitar sounds here. I like that recording of it. So that's kind of what saved me. The opening track, really like the sound of the guitar. That's where I first mentioned it. Book of Love is like so bad. It is such a bad song. And it's just like they can't commit to it being a pop song. We just can't give it that oomph that we need.
How is this band not committing to making a pop song?
I don't know what that song is, but I was like, you just need to commit. And that's what I believe most of this band's problem is we can't commit to what sound we want to be. We can't commit to being a fast band. We can't commit to being a slow band. We can't commit to being a pop band. We can't commit to being an emo band. Like, we're just kind of doing everything half-assedly.
God forbid you have variety. Wink.
Variety's fine if it's good, but if you're doing everything poorly, stick to one thing that you do good.
I would like to propose a new genre. Post
Half-assed.
Mellencamp.
Post Mellencamp.
Post Mellencamp core.
Dude, I hate pink houses as much as the normal guy. All right, I get it.
I did like "Please Say No." I thought that was a pretty good song. I enjoyed that one on here. Everything else is just kind of not good. That's what all my notes. Not good.
All right, Tim.
Shout out to Alan Johannes, who did the production and the recording on this thing. Almost everything he touches is pure gold, and I hope he made a really nice paycheck on this.
That's what's old Timothy Oliphant said about the movie Hitman. Sometimes you got to pay a mortgage.
And I get it, and Alan deserves all the work he can get. Great dude.
Are we ready to rank then?
I guess so.
The guitar sound was amazing. I thought the sound was great on it. I just wish it was on a different album. That sound, I was like, oh, this has been really great somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right,
the shame it was wasted here.
Joe, where's that for you?
That is number 8, and we are splitting hairs to get between that 8 and 9 spot.
It's my number. My number 8 is no. What album are we talking about? Damage? Yeah, it's my number 8 as well.
And I'm going number 7. You're correct. We're splitting hairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's my number 6.
All right. Integrity Blue.
I kind of like this record. It's the only one of the later records that I enjoyed. Like, I thought that they had like a good vibe going. I felt like there's a lot of like, and to be fair, my tastes are different than y'all's, obviously. But I felt like they definitely went with more of like a couple of these songs could have been like if they just put synths and drum pads behind them, they'd just be straight up awesome Depeche Mode songs. Like, there's definitely a vibe on here that's not like the previous 3 records or 4 records even. I don't even know. Like, it's the first record since Futures where I felt like there was any emotion attached to it at all. Like I don't feel like a lot of these records, like Tim says, it definitely feels like they're just fulfilling a contract and writing songs that have songs on them, kind of thing. And this is the first one where I heard stuff and I was like, yeah, this is good. Like, I feel like the first half of this record is killer. Second half is just fucking the same old shit. Like, for real. Like You With Me is hitting them highs from Bleed American and Futures for me. It's like a great opener. It's got a very catchy chorus. That's the other thing. The choruses on this one, like, are all have very good, significant, and kind of unique melodies at the very least. I know the song craft itself is very formulaic for a lot of people, but I feel like the choruses on this record definitely hit a different plateau than other records did. Sure and Certain got my head bobbing. It's definitely a Goo Goo Dolls song, but it's a good fucking Goo Goo Dolls song, man. Chorus is catchy, driving, cool bridge. Like 2 out of 2 so far. We're good. It Matters is great. Some classy ass yacht rock kind of shit vibe going on. I Return to Form in a way. It's taking me back to an 80s pop radio kind of thing, which I feel like they've been trying to do, but they haven't done it. And this one, they definitely hit the mark on it for me. Pretty Grids is doing it. It's dope. Choruses are dope. Just loving that shit. It's really good. Pass the Baby fucked me up a lot, honestly, because first of all, it's called Pass the Baby. That's a weird ass fucking song title, and it's weird ass lyrically. It's just a weird ass fucking song. I'm probably missing some shit. I don't know. Maybe I might be overthinking it. But like it would be a Depeche Mode song if it was just straight up synths and drum pads. Like, it's kind of amazing in that regard. And then they go into a straight like metal outro for the last minute of the song. Like it's just a fucking weird ass song, and I appreciate it just for being fucking weird as shit. But it's kind of all downhill from there. Get Right is pretty, You Are Free is just bad. It's just a bad like radio rock single. There's nothing good about it. And Is Beautiful is basically Hearing Me Part 2 from Bleed American. Yeah. No, that's it. The last song, Paul Rogers, is pretty great. It was kind of fun. Good closer. The chorus is meh, but that verse is so tasty. I don't care. Yeah, like for me, a solid side A. Middling to Who Gives a Shit side B. But at this point, I was just happy to hear something that I didn't hate.
All right. Integrity Blues. Well, that was a long intro. The drum beat was nifty. Sure and Certain was just there. By the third track, I've lost all hope of anything good coming from this album. But let's press on. Pretty Girl sucked. Pass the Baby was a snooze fest. Get Right was a little groovy and rocking, but nothing mind-blowing. Just rocking for Jimmy Eat World. You Are Free was another mid-tempo bore. The End Is Beautiful was pretty and decent. Probably the best song on the album. There was nothing on this album that did anything for me. It was somehow even more boring than Damage.
Yeah, we just get worse and worse at this point. It's just like it's beating a dead horse and then putting cement shoes on it.
I like Integrity Blues better than Tim or Jason. So to me, it's an okay start. The You and Me's okay. Sure and Certain and It Matters. I mean, we could have had it's. You could have told me you could have switched whatever song back and forth. They were saying okay, nothing songs to me. Is it Pretty Grids or Pretty Girls?
Pretty Grids.
Okay, because my typing is terrible and autocorrect gets it on my phone.
I think it's Pretty Girls.
It's Grids because they're talking about how everything fits together.
Oh, okay. I might have typed it wrong in my notes then.
I was questionable about it too. That's why I paid attention to the lyrics so I could find out if it had any.
Maybe it's a double entendre.
It could be. Double entendre alert pop up right now.
Yeah, right.
I'm always trying to give you something to do. Pretty Grids, it starts off with a faster and a harder chord, and I was like, oh, this is good, and then it just didn't go anywhere. Like we have a music break in there around 2.5 minutes, and I guess that could have been good, but then we go right back into the same style. Doesn't do anything to me. I like Pass the Baby. I thought that was a really good. I like how different it was. I like the best decision made was Let Me Take the Stage. So pretty good song. I enjoyed that one. Get Right was okay. It's better than most of the songs on this album. You Are Free. Here's my notes for You Are Free. I don't like this one. I can't imagine sitting in a room writing and recording this. I just can't imagine sitting in a room and saying, this is a song we want to put on an album.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't get it.
And now you know what it's like to be in Three Doors Down.
How many band names you gonna drop?
That's
How many more you got?
I got more. I got more.
I think the point's been made.
Yeah. Integrity Blues was I liked Integrity Blues. I like how they're, the definition of integrity is what you do when no one's looking. I like how we went to, it's what you do when no one cares or no one's there. I thought those were good lines. Kudos to him. That was the best thing. Paul Rogers, it was okay. I thought Integrity Blues was a better closer. I don't think we needed Paul Rogers there. We could have thrown that up there in the middle of the terrible You Are Free song.
Yeah, no, you're right.
All right, Tim, what you got?
Nothing.
It's my number one.
Yeah, right. I can't talk about it.
Okay, then.
It's my number 8.
My number 9.
Dang.
Again, we're splitting hairs.
It's my number 4.
It's my number 4 too.
I like my number 4 is still red. So
I know.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
But I mean, Tim's number 3 is red. So at this point,
mine.
So it's Joe's, yeah.
I'm just looking at the numbers at this point.
I'm glad I'm just not the only bad guy on this one.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm the only bad guy, apparently.
No, you're the
not the
good guy.
Jimmy Eat World fans. You're the hero.
Yeah, we're
Y'all
the
are
bad.
full of shit.
And the rest of us are just in the middle.
No, it's not for Jason. He's at the end.
All right, that's good.
He didn't take some time, you know?
All right, surviving. I'll start us off on this one.
All right, go ahead, because I hate it too. So let's.
The opening riff. The opening riff was more interesting than the entirety of the last album, so that's a good start.
Wow.
Okay, Criminal Energy got some riffs. This is getting better. Delivery just made me want to listen to Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
555.
And that's a phrase you didn't think you'd say today.
Yeah.
You know, I actually surprised this is the first time we're hearing Iris brought up, considering how many times.
Oh, we still got to talk about top 3.
Yeah.
555 was horrible. Someone tell Jimmy Eat World that hand claps are not cool. The hand claps with the do-do-do is especially not cool. Diamond was just, I don't want to lose your love tonight. Yeah, dude. Sorry, I was super disappointed in this
And where
discography.
does Asia fit into all of this?
God damn it, Tim.
This album beats the other two because at least it had a few cool riffs and it made me want to listen to better bands in the same vein.
I'll talk about Surviving. So Surviving,
we all will.
Not a great start. So that's my first note for the opening song. I do like the energy on the second with Criminal Energy. That's good. It's got some good energy in there. It's not a good song. I like the energy. 555, I was interested in the synth sound. That I was like, oh, we got some Stranger Things synthy thing. That might be one they're talking about since it's 2019. But the repeating the words, all of the words 3 times were not, unnecessary. Cry, cry, cry every day, every day, every day. Just an unnecessary thing to do. One Mill sounds just like Weezer's Butterfly.
Yes.
To start with.
Agreed.
100% just sounds like it. I was like, I thought that's what I was listening to. I was like, ooh.
And actually, and the chorus is from a different song that sucks even more. Like Butterfly's a great song, but
I was about to say, did you say Butterfly's terrible? Come on, man.
No.
And where does Crazy Town fit into this?
Yes,
dude, get fucked.
Sugar.
All right, fuck you.
I'm just asking questions, man. I'm not attacking.
All the way.
All right, you Republican piece of shit. Let's go.
Sounds like a 90s song, but not a good 90s song. And this was only made 5 years ago, so we're not saying that well. I thought that Diamond was okay, pretty good.
That makes it better.
It's all right. Leave Never was not good. Recommit, not good. Congratulations. I like the Obscenity charity rhyme, and I didn't mind the end instrumental, so it was an okay song. There's another rhyme that he tries to force later that I didn't care for, but
yeah,
that's my Surviving for you.
I thought the title track, nice stomper. I'm like, I already know where this record's going from the song, though. Like, it's going fucking nowhere. It's gonna be like, hey, we got some upbeat rockers, guys. Let's get into it. Delivery feels like the montage in a movie where it shows all the townsfolk being super normal, but then they all start marching up the street together and singing together. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but mild shrug. The bridge reminds me of another song, but again, mild shrug. 555 is just not good. It's modern, I guess, but not in a way, or in a way. The chorus just makes me feel fucking uncomfortable. I mean, shit. If you like modern radio, you'll love this piece of shit. It's bad. It's well done, but it's bad. And again, 1 mil. Yeah. Weezer outtake from Pinkerton. It's an alternate version of Butterfly for the verses, and then the chorus is like just some other fucking band playing a different song. It's fucking terrible, and I'm very, very offended by it. And that's saying something.
Are they still like? Do they still make it to the top 40? Like, do people still?
No.
Okay.
No, they haven't. No, that's the thing. That's why it just gets more progressively sad. Although I thought they did try to at least
In America, it made it to number 90.
Wow.
In the UK albums, it made it to number 21.
Holy shit.
And that's because in the Scottish albums charts, it made it to number 13.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And then it charted in Australia, Austria, and Germany, and Switzerland as well.
Word. Yeah.
But not high.
No. Well, I mean, dude, I'm honestly impressed you looked that up.
Wait, there's a free thing called the internet.
Yeah, but I mean, that means I would know everything if I gave a fuck about it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I understand. I just happened to be on that page when the conversation was on it, so it was like, hey,
cha-ching.
Diamond is a goddamn Rick Springfield song, but Rick Springfield would have done it better.
And where does Billy Squier fit into all of this?
On a lot of this, actually, I would say. on a lot of this discography, I would say, honestly. Billy Squier, that's a reference I can feel on that for sure. Crazy Town, get fucked, Tim. Jesus, what the fuck?
It's just because you said Butterfly. Come on, get with it.
Okay, dude, thank you. Thank you for putting those two together.
You didn't know that? Come on now.
No, I mean, now
yeah,
that
I could have gone Pretty Little Ditty. I could have taken it all the way back, but
look, dude, if I hear the name Crazy Town, I get irrationally angry, so I apologize. All right, that's just a thing that happens.
That's just safe word.
I understand.
Dude, my wife is the same way. She fucking hates that song.
Dude, it's fucking awful. All right, so
and where does Sugar Ray fit into all of that?
Hey,
he sings Butterfly.
You know what? To be honest, I just want to fly. I like Sugar Ray. They're not bad. Recommit is a decent song. Recommit is the only decent song on this record.
Can you flash back to how many green Colquitt has after he said he likes Sugar Ray on this Jimmy World thing?
I'm actually not even looking at the cams right now, so I have no idea of what the reaction was to that. I'm actually just looking at my notes. I'm sure it was terrible.
My eyebrows got high.
I mean, dude, let's be real. I understand why somebody would laugh at me for saying Sugar Ray had some good songs, but they had some good songs. I don't fucking care. Every month.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Anyway, this record, other than Recommit, is a record.
All right, so
do we need to put it, please?
Yeah, where are we ranking it?
I mean, I think the last thing we have to mention is Rachel Hayden from That Dog does make an appearance on the album, as does Davey Havoc for all you cool kids. And it's my last place.
It's my number 7.
Yeah, I mean,
it's somehow my number 6, which is I think too high, but
Jason, it's okay.
Splitting hairs.
It's
we ain't separated by much there.
Yeah.
All right, we are down to the top 3 here.
2 of which are red.
2 of which are red. So mine's green, so I guess I'll start us off on a positive note.
All right, that's fair.
Yours is yellow, sir.
Oh shit, mine is yellow.
Yeah, I'm the only one with the green here, friend.
Shit. All right, well, I'll still start us. I mean, unless you want to go.
Fine. Mine is shit. I haven't really chewed. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's Clarity. That's my number 3.
Oh
wow!
Look, man. Look, this is my first record by them. I was a sad 17-year-old when this came out. I went to I saw the review in Heart Attack, and they said it was really good, like the most professional. And I like a lot of production if it's done properly. Like if we ever get a Jawbox, which we probably won't, because then we got 2 records, 3 technically.
Quick shots.
Ballbreaker?
Jawbox. I love I love records that I can hear everything. I don't mind that it sounds studio produced. That doesn't bother me. I like a good, clean production that sounds good. I feel like this record, they got signed by Capitol. They put out a record that nobody listened to. And then they were like, then Capitol got sold. And they were like, you know what? Nobody's paying attention right now. Let's spend as much money as we can while they're not looking. And they did. That's the whole reason why Goodbye Sky Harbor is 17 something minutes long. It's because they were just like, fuck it. Let's just fill up all the space we can. We got the music. We've got the fidelity we've never had before. Jim Adkins can suddenly sing again. I don't understand how his vocal quality changed so drastically from Static Prevails to this record. It's insane. There's so many vocal overdubs. Like, for me, as a studio created album, this is fucking lush. It's fucking beautiful. It resonates in my soul in a way that I can't really explain. And that's fine. Not everybody feels that way. That's perfectly okay. I'm not worried about that, and I don't care. I think that this record, as a 17-year-old with a car that was able to leave his house and just go listen to a record alone by himself for a while, like, it really had a very, very big impression on me. I love the string arrangements. I think they're fucking gorgeous. I think they're maybe unnecessary a lot of the time, but at the same time, it's like they don't hurt the song for me. If anything, everything makes it better. Just the opening for Table for Glasses is just so sad and miserable. And if you're 17 and sad, nothing better than hearing somebody else be sad. And it's a perfectly good sad song. Lucky Denver Man, I think, is a fucking excellent little pop song, man. Like, I don't have a problem with pop rock. I think pop rock's awesome done right. And this is an excellent pop rock song. I think Your New Aesthetic is fucking great. I think Believe in What You Want is fucking great. I think A Sunday is heavy. I think that shit hurts. That drum beat, doom, doom, it's just steady and fucking crushes. It's very to the point. It's fucking beautiful. And I've been sad on a Sunday too, bud. I think Crush is a fucking awesome rock song. I think 12/23/95 is on any Christmas album fucking playlist, motherfucker. I think it's beautiful. That little that little Casio bit in the middle, it's fucking chef kiss. It's awesome. 10 is fucking brutal. It's brutal. Just watch the fireworks. Holy shit. I cried when I saw these guys play that song live, man. It was so good. That song in a melodramatic fucking CW goddamn bullshit teenage way, man. I get it. I fit that fucking mold. I don't fucking care. That fucking song fucking kills. For me, for me, this is heaven. Same fucking thing, man. It's melodramatic fucking making teenagers in a barrel, making them sad. Like, what is the Homer Palooza when they're talking about Smashing Pumpkins? They're like,
Sadgasm.
Like, making teenagers sad is like shooting fish in a barrel. Yeah, it fucking is. But when you do it good, more power to you, man. Good job. Blister is fucking killer. They had played that live when I saw them this was like 20 years after this album came out. This was a while back. And which is sad that was 20 years ago. Or something. I don't know, man. Look, dude, I like the record. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking the best thing emo ever did as far as a production standpoint and I would say even music and songwriting standpoint. Goodbye Sky Harbor. I don't give a fuck. Going to be in my top 7, motherfuckers. Deal with it. It's on the playlist. Fucking eat shit. I love it.
I'm just shocked it's your number 3.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'll be honest, man. Like, it's too overproduced. And the older I get, the less the emotional nostalgia hits as it used to, And I get that, man. This is definitely a record that is an emotional nostalgia record for me.
And that's your 100% like we do this show. It's not just like, oh, well, this record is like does all these crazy things, blah blah. Like you have emotional ties to albums
Yeah.
that that's
Yeah.
like 100%
Well, I mean,
cool.
that's the thing. That's the thing, dude. Like
Yeah.
going and listening to them all again in an order chronologically, it didn't hit the same. And that's because I'm doing it from an intellectual and critical kind of view as opposed to just what my heart fucking bleeds, you know? If I were just going by what my heart bleeds, yeah, number one, no fucking question. But I think two other records have better songs on them, and that's just all there is to it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I always say I'm 100% biased, but this is my number one.
Yeah, yeah.
Nostalgia is a hell of a thing.
It's a drug.
Hell of a thing, yeah.
I mean, Joe and I at the same time, This Desert Life by Counting Crows came out in '99. That was
Yep.
our,
I was just about to bring that up because you and I waxed poetic on just a 2-man episode of Counting Crows about Counting Crows. The same kind of
Watch
same
that
feelings.
episode if you haven't.
Yeah, you should. Because Counting Crows are great.
Yeah, they are.
And where does Debbie Gibson fit into all of this?
Look, man, Debbie Gibson.
No, I'm just messing with you at this point.
Seeing Debbie Gibson at a Circle Jerk show on MTV News of all places really changed my perception on shit, man. For real.
Right?
Good for her.
All right, Tim, what's your number 3? What's this red one you've been holding back?
I mean, it's going to be Futures. And going off of what Colquitt was talking about production. Like, I get it. I love great production as well. And I love a clean rock song with great production, with, super tight choruses and, well-constructed melodies. Like, who doesn't, right? And yeah, all of these albums sound really good.
Yeah, they've got good production.
The production is great.
Minus the first one.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, well, sure. But even then, you could argue it sounds pretty good for a first album.
Yeah, first album bias.
First album bias coming out.
Hashtag it, baby. 100%. Yeah, no, I find this band as a whole super predictable.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't necessarily think this is the best of them for any reason, because it is still Red. Like, you can skip this. Like, if you need to hear any of these albums, just throw a dart and pick one, because you've heard one, you've heard them all. So yeah, Futures is my number 3.
All right. My number 3 is Faces Light.
Man, I was wanting you to do something crazy right then. I was like, he's going to do something crazy. I hear the pause.
No, it was me trying to find my notes. All right. Oh, shit. Already loving this one. No. Yeah, okay. I'll get to that later. Big Casino was great. The Get Up part was kind of dumb, but the rest of it was great. Let It Happen was decent. This one is closer to Bleed. Kind of dug Always Be too. Decent lyrics. Carry You was so generic. Everything about it. Electable had such cool verses, and then it does this oh crap. Still, the verses are worth it. Great melody, and his voice actually sounds a little unique on this one, because the guy's voice, the tempo change was appreciated as well. I was vibing to Gotta Be Somebody's Blues until he started singing. I don't say this often, but this would have been better as an instrumental. Great strings on it. Getting Lucky sounds like a pop rock tune from the 80s. Really, a lot of this band does. Like a Rick Springfield, Mellencamp, Bryan Adams thing going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Here It Goes was awful. Get rid of the crappy background vocals ruining these songs. Boy, this one had some hand claps too. But then it goes to Chase This Light, which was fantastic. Cheesy ass lyrics, but the music was great. Firefight was good. Dizzy wasn't as good as 23, but it was still pretty good. Ashley No, yeah, I had higher highs on this one with Casino, Always Be, Chase the Light, and a few more, all pretty good. I didn't realize it was a bonus track and heard Be Sensible, and that one was really fantastic too.
It was good.
So it was my number 3.
It's also my number 3. Not a lot more to say as far as following Jason. I like Big Casino as it's a faster start. I think they're better faster. But Let It Happen. I really didn't need the example of him laughing it off by him actually laughing. We didn't need that. But it's fine, and I don't my autocorrect messed up this lyric I was going to read to y'all. So it says collision is such and I fly sound, and that's not what the lyric says. So we're going to go past that. Electable, I thought that was pretty good. I like that one. Um, no, got to be somebody's blues. Not really it. Feeling lucky, I thought was pretty good. When I try to sing along, the needle skips. I like that. And then I huff and I puff, but the house is bricks. So those are good lines. Chasing Light is okay. After that, we just get into not great. Firefight and Dizzy didn't really do anything for me. I do like mentioning remembering a payphone, so that was pretty fun. But yeah, number 3, still red.
Number 3, still red.
So many promos in this episode. It's silly.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can either cut to a commercial or I can just edit out the commercial break. Either way.
On an all-new Dawson's Creek, everyone is faced with decisions.
I can't be the nice guy that you date because there's no risk involved.
Choices they've been avoiding.
If our relationship is not going to be progressing on to that next level, it's not because of me.
So if I don't sleep with you soon, we're gonna break up and it's gonna be all my fault.
What happens now foreshadows crossroads ahead. An all-new Dawson's Creek.
Welcome back. Sorry for we had another commercial break. We're just so excited to be talking about Jimmy Eat World. So my number 2 is Invented.
Oh shit! I forgot that you.
You guys.
I'm
had
going
that
to
one.
take sleeping pills. Fuck this shit.
Oh,
You could have gone to bed.
now by the time I got to Invented, I was already starting to figure out, okay, this is Jimmy Eat World. They're not going to do anything more. They're not going to do anything less.
That's true.
So Heart is hard to find. Kind of like the vibe on this one. It had a Western horse riding off into the sunset thing going on.
Oh,
Which is a weird way to start an album.
Yeah, but it works. My Best
Okay.
Theory sounded like a Fall Out Boy song. Evidence was good. Love the lines. I watched you put on a dress I'd never seen. Something that begged for East Atlantic breeze. They're all the while hated quietly. Also really liked Higher Devotion until the chorus. And the lines, "Don't you feel my eyes are..." Wait. I really liked the Higher Devotion until the chorus. And the lines, "Don't you feel my eye lasers hit? I stare you down, but God, your skin is thick." The chorus was so cringy, but the rest was really good. Movie Like was damn good. Top song contender. You got some name drops in Coffees and Cigarettes. Otis Redding is awesome. The Dead, not so much. Kind of explains a lot, though. Stop just sounds like every other soft rock song about a girl, which isn't a bad thing, I guess. Really like Little Thing. That could be a top song list as well. There's some cool things going on in it. Cut was slow, but okay. It reminded me of the melody from David Bowie's The Labyrinth song, As the World Falls Down.
That's where we're going, Labyrinth.
Action was a little rocking. It was decent. Invented took 4 minutes to go anywhere, and then it's okay. Mixtape was pretty good as well. Besides Bleed, this one was mostly decent. Some songs had bad parts, went on too long, but nothing was really awful.
I meant to mention. I meant to mention in the we were talking about that one of my favorite lines throughout all this is when I first came to LA, I met you the old-fashioned way, too drunk and even worse, much too lonely. I really like that. I thought that was one of their better lines. Not a huge fan of that song, but a good line. In.
All right. Joe, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is Futures. And I should probably find my notes for it. So I was kind of surprised, looking back at whenever I was looking on Wikipedia and things of that nature. I didn't see a lot of good things about Futures. I saw a lot of good things about Clarity. That was kind of the album. Everyone's frozen, so I assume I'm frozen.
No, you're going.
We're all frozen in time.
So
Time moves more slowly here.
there we go.
We're right
back?
near the singularity of a black hole, Joe.
Everybody's still working out.
Y'all seen that new Ghostbusters trailer?
Hole.
I did.
Tim.
It's pretty rad, actually.
Yeah, I liked it.
I don't know about it being rad. Okay, so Futures, anyway. As I believe I'm back, maybe not on video. There we are, camera.
Yeah, you've been here the whole time. Joe.
Good.
Have I been talking the whole time?
Yes, we've heard every word.
Keep going, man. Nothing's changed on our end.
Perfect. Y'all were all kinds of crazy frozen. All right, so Futures, the opening track, Hey, Now the Past is Told by Those Who Win. I like Churchill's quote better, history's written by the victors. Just Tonight is okay. Work is okay. Kill is okay. But then we get into some better songs. So The World You Love, I Fall Asleep, My Friends Around Me, The Only Place I Know is Safe. I'm going to Call This Home. I thought that was great. The windows open and closed. That's just how it goes. So I thought that was a pretty good song. Pain's also pretty good. I really enjoyed that. Drugs Are Me, I thought were really good. Reminded me of some folks we know in the past. Polaris, it's fine. It's not that great. Nothing Wrong, I thought was also pretty good. And then we get to 23, which is one of the ones where I'm like, hey, the intro instrumental part here isn't that bad. This is actually pretty good. So yeah, second best album.
Before we move on, I just want to say about Futures is this is where Jimmy Eat World lied to me, because I was expecting more of this, and this album was a snooze fest.
Well, I guess I'll follow Joe by talking about this record and also talk to you, Jason. It's not a snooze fest. It is, for us that discovered the band through Clarity, this is more of a more sad and vibe than Bleed American, which was their literally, it's a picture of a jukebox on the fucking album cover. They're trying to make the best pop record they can, and they did. They made a fucking great pop record. This is my number 2 though, Futures, because it takes the songcraft from Bleed American and adds the emotion and darker tone of Clarity and makes a good little midway there, man. It's a perfect combination of the two records for me. I think Futures is Bleed American, but more realistic and also just more, it's got a good bounce to it, it's fun. I think Work is like, I remember being at work and hearing Work come on the Sirius radio station that our work used, and I was like, yeah, I fucking hate being here right now. This is miserable. But this song is making me feel like somebody else understands. Fuck jobs. Fuck capitalism. Kill is great. I thought it was a really fun little song. I like the simplicity of the guitar part, and it just I mean, it could be a modern country song too, but it's a good one, if such a thing exists. The real reason is Night Drive and 23. Both of those songs to me are just so good. Night Drive just really feels like you're drunk after drinking too much wine on a date, and you're just having the best time of your life, man. It's a great song. And 23 is everything good about Clarity in one song. It's just a perfect closer. It's melodic. It's dramatic. It's just a good damn song. And when I think of it, I wasn't far from 23 when this album came out. So for me, it kind of fit that song fit just everything when it came out. So,
that is a good song.
Yeah. So yeah, it's my number 2. It's a good ass record.
All right, Tim, we finally moved into your yellows.
My number 2 is going to be Bleed American. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it's kind of an orange record. I think it starts off pretty strong. But then the wheels fall off, and the second half of this album kind kind of pushes it towards the red. But yeah, I thought like right off the bat, like the title track, high energy, good tempo, like it's a fine rock song. Same with the second one, a praise chorus, fine rock song. And then we get to the hit where they drop the 1 and come in on the 2 during the chorus, and everybody knows that song. And you know what? It's fine. Like the song is a-okay fine. Next time I'm waiting for my dental appointment or shopping for cheese, I plan on listening to it. But then they throw Your House in, which kind of like dips it a little bit. But then they come up to the second single that I remember, but hasn't been played to death to me, you know, at gas station pumps and, you know, wherever else.
It was not as big a
Sweetness.
hit, for sure. It was not as big a hit, but it was a single.
Not as big of a hit, but I do remember hearing it. And
Tim,
it's
where does
okay.
Gouda come in all this?
The what?
Where does Gouda come in all of this?
Anywhere you want to put it, I believe is the correct answer.
Gotta be smoked.
Okay, well, okay. But yeah, Sweetness is a fine song, and then Hear You Me drops it back again. So it's like, okay, maybe they're going for pattern where this is a good song, bad song kind of album. But then the good songs never come back.
Oh, come on, dude.
except for the intro to Cautioners. But even after that, it kind of like loses its wheels and rolls off the racks where, like, yeah, if you're going to check out this band, this is one of the albums that might do it for you. And if you like this album, great.
All right.
Well, you know what, Tim? Since we're all green and we all have the same number 1 record, I think, why don't you go and talk about your number 1?
Well, there's not much to talk about. It's hashtag first album bias, baby. Spread that. Hashtag ODD effect. No, it sounds very dated. It's very 1996. It sounds very much like the Foo Fighters, and it sounds very much like Weezer. But 96 Foo Fighters and 96 Weezer were the best Foo Fighters and the best Weezer, so I'll take it.
That's fair.
That's fair.
And that's all I got.
First album bias forever.
Yeah, first album bias.
Sometimes it comes in handy.
Pull up that track list.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. I remember. All right. So the first 4 songs of this were leaked onto LimeWire or LimeWire. I should say. Huzzah. And I remember hearing these at the same time. I think I heard the first couple tracks from Saves the Day, Stay What You Are. They both came out around the same time. And to me, it was just a really wonderful night on AOL. It was awesome. It was a good night. Bleed American is fucking a fire heavy track. A praise chorus. Oh my God.
Hashtag ASL check.
Yeah, for real. You know, I mean, honestly, we're talking about Jimmy World. You probably should do that anyway at this point.
Well, I think you should probably talk more about MySpace, right?
No, this was pre-MySpace. This was more a live journal.
Oh yeah, okay, sure. Gotcha. Yeah.
A praise chorus names checks. Hey, first of all, side vocals by the dude from Promise Ring, which is kind of cool, I guess, if you like Promise Ring. I don't. But it name checks.
Are they like a Jonas Brothers cover band?
No, they were the hot indie emo band of 1999 to 2001. If you were in American football, if you were into emo, you liked either American football or the Promise Ring or both. I didn't like Promise Ring. I like American football, which you would also, Tim, you would also very much refer to as elevator music, I'm sure. But a praise chorus. Let's back to this record. Praise chorus. name checks They Might Be Giants and Motley Crue in the chorus. Fuck yeah, dude. That's pretty cool to me. And it's just a badass song. I actually think the middle is a shitty song. I don't think it's great. That might just be overplayed bias to me, and that's very possible. But yeah, I don't want to hear that song. Your House, on the other hand, I thought was a sweet little song. I thought it was really good. Sweetness is probably the best Jimmy Eat World song to me. I love that song so much. It's so good. The riff is dope. It's got energy. It's got power. Hearing You Me, I didn't like at all until I heard the rest of their discography after this. And then I was like, yeah, this is a much better song than the other 4 songs they wrote based on this song. Like, it's a good song. And it comes from, it's about this girl who died who used to host Jimmy Eat World and Weezer and all these other people. They had a big festival to like generate proceeds to her family after she died. It's all about that person, which is, so it comes from a real place and it's sweet and it's nice. If you don't fire ass power pop awesome song. I think Get It Faster is corny. I'm sorry. It's trying to be heavy when they're not a heavy band, and they do that a lot, and it's kind of weird. I thought Cautioners was fire, but I was also listening to Sigur Rós at the time. So long drawn out kind of low tempo songs didn't bother me as much. I thought it was a great and had a good build. The chorus is awesome. I think Authority Song is fucking fire. It is the best John Cougar Mellencamp song I've ever heard. It's great. I love it. My Sundown, I don't give a fuck about, but it's one song out of 11 that I didn't like. So, you know, it's my number one for sure.
And I'll agree with you. Authority song by John Cougar Mellencamp is one of the better John Cougar Mellencamp songs. So,
thank you for catching the reference that the song is referencing.
All right, so Bleed American. Like I said, I got the vinyl. How the hell did this band go from Clarity to Bleed? It's such a massive upgrade. Everything about this album is 1,000 times better than anything from the previous 2.
Yeah.
I love the title track. Praise chorus showcases one of the things that drew me to this album. The dude can write a melody. The middle is the middle. Fun as hell to play in Rock Band. Your House has a Get Up Kids feel to it. It's simple. The lyrics are dumb, but again, the melody's fantastic. Never been a fan of Sweetness. Sounds a little good Charlotte-y. Hear You Me is just so pretty. Love the piano. If you don't, another low point. Get It Faster could have been a minute shorter. It takes way too long to get interesting, but it does get interesting. Love Cautioners. The production is really good. Name drop. It's John Mellencamp on the Authority song. Did you know Stephen King and John Mellencamp worked together on a project called Ghost Brothers of Darkland County? Mr.
I did not.
Mr. King, come on the show and let us know how that experience happened.
Yeah.
My Sundown, super boring closing track. Overall, though, this is a decent album. The kids would call it mid. There's only 2 songs that were just kind of below par for me.
So, and I'm with you on the same thought process. How did we get to Bleed American with the previous 2 albums, and why did we leave Bleed American with the rest of what we have? I just don't understand how we hit gold with Bleed American.
Might I interject, Joe?
Sure.
And I guess to both of you, maybe, or maybe all 3 of you, I don't know. How does it not feel they were not trying to recapture this on every album after this?
Because they failed.
It totally feels like it. Yeah.
I don't know, but they failed very, very miserably.
Well, I'm not saying they captured it, but I'm saying like they weren't trying to sound like Clarity every record. They were trying to sound like this record every record.
No, and the reason this succeeded was because DreamWorks put some money behind it. Yes. And at the time, they were a Disney company, so they had some money behind them.
Yeah, and also they recorded this all on their own before any record label came in. So when
saving Disney money so they could spend money on some payola
to
get you to hear the middle in every Nike commercial and every Gap commercial and every Target commercial.
Movie. Yeah, for sure.
The thing about this album is like I've had it for years, but I have it's never come across my mind to say, "Hey, I wonder what these guys did before. Let me check that out." Or, "Hey, I wonder what these guys are doing now. Let me check that out." It was just like, this is the only Jimmy Eat World album. This is enough Jimmy Eat World for me. I don't need to hear anything else.
Would you like to
I
buy
mean,
a
this one's
Sprite?
so far and
We
away
have
better than
Black.
everything else they did.
I wouldn't say it's that far away from
To me.
everything else, but it is definitely the best.
So title track, great. I thought that was a really good song. Praise chorus, maybe their best song ever. Things are never going to be quite what you want. I always want to feel like part of this was mine. I always felt those very strong. To me, they put a lot of conviction behind this song. It sounds like they mean what they're singing here. And it's fast. Most of this album is a much quicker tempo than what they've been going through. Middle was good. I know it was played to death, but it's been a very long time since I've heard it, so it was I thought it was good. I think Your House has a hard time following Praise Chorus in Middle and being right before Sweetness because it's an okay song. It's just kind of in the middle of like their better songs, in my opinion. I like Sweetness. The Are You Listening? Sing It Back is a great line for any band, especially if you're doing live stuff. Hear You Me's okay. If You Don't, I thought was great. I'm sorry I'm such a mess. I drank all my money could get. I took everything you let me have. Great lines. Get It Faster is really good. Costner's really good. And then it just falls off for me. I don't care for the Authority song or My Sundown. They're just not. To me, the Authority song is
No
probably
Johnny
the first song.
Cougar for Joe.
Yeah. Didn't do the John Cougar Mellencamp. So yeah, that's my my opinion for Bleeding Mary.
If those
All
were
right.
Will's headphones, you bet they'd play What Goes On. For real.
I fight authority. Authority always wins.
He
Yeah.
fought the law.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up.
ROTK in the USA.
We still got to record 2 more videos. Here at ODD, we don't slump on the artwork. So, this has been our ranking for Jimmy Eat World. I'd like to apologize if you made it this far and you're a Jimmy Eat World fan.
Me too.
Me three.
I apologize that you're a Jimmy Meat World fan.
Okay,
Meat
now,
World
Joe, now you're making it personal.
There it is.
Send all
There
your
it
hate
is,
mail to
right
Tim.
there.
Yep, that's it. So with that, stick around, subscribe. We'll be doing our top songs. That's usually more positive. We'll be talking about this artwork. There's no band photos in it, so that's a plus.
A lot of
That's a
positive.
plus.
Be safe. Make good decisions.
Pass the baby.